trading, we are usually looking for supports, areas to buy or take profits on shorts, or resistance, to look for an area to take profits on existing longs, or to open new shorts. We'll come back to what shorting is later. So in this area here, we just moved from a low, went much higher. So we can predict with decent high likelihood that if price is going back here, it will try to bounce this area to go higher if they go back here again. So this is a support. It makes sense that since they broke previous highs here, not much higher, that if they go back again to this area, this should be decent support. So we are expecting there to be more buyers than sellers in this area. So in this example, price went all the way down to 12,920 pretty much. They bought it up to 13,300. Then they had trouble breaking this area. And that did make some sense, because this was also the previous high. They had problems going over earlier when they went above this high up here. But they didn't really hold this area on the way down. There were a lot of selling. So basically, we should expect this area to be some sort of a support, an area that people would try to buy. They also already did buy a little bit here when they went above earlier. Bought it up from this again and went higher. But they didn't buy it here enough to make it bounce, so they went lower. So then we can say that this was an SR flip. That means that previous support is now resistance. So why is that? So let's say that a lot of people are trying to buy this area. And now they are underwater in the trades, meaning that they bought here and they were trying to buy higher, but we just broke it. So now expectation is that if we go up again to the same area, the people buying here will now try to actually close their positions at break even, or at least as close as possible to break even, to get out of the losing trade. So that's an expectation that if we break some sort of an important support, or at least a support, people trying to buy this area will try to exit this area. This way, a support got changed into a resistance, and they did sell here enough to push price down again. So now the people that wanted to close the positions, underwater positions, did here. Also some people took profits on their buys from here, up here, because they knew that this was some sort of a resistance now. So then you usually take some profits on the trades, and some people would even short this, so selling it here to buy it back lower. But still, this same area, they bought it up again from here, and this time the people underwater had already closed their trades here. So when we went to the same area again, they just broke it. But again, this is now the lower high. So expectation is some profit taking here, and even some shorting. people are expecting price to reject here because it's resistance. They don't know it will go higher, but they are expecting at least price to react to this area, and here it did. They even came back first to the previous support. They, meaning the market, price went down a little bit because of all the profit taking and the shorting and everything, selling, came back to the same area. So now it is flipped to support again from a resistance because we broke it. They bought it up again. So the people trying to short here and new people trying to long it, closed trades. So people shorting, closed trades here, and people trying to short it. People trying to short here closed the shorts at break even, and people shorting at up here took profits on the shorts. So they made the money on the difference. And new people might long it because they knew this was an SR flip again, or in this case an RS, I guess, yeah, resistance to support. But they were actually not able to close higher here. And now when they went down to the same area again, they actually didn't hold it, but they did hold a higher low again. Reacted to the same level again. See, it's very interesting to see the horizontal level like this. But they just bounced a little bit, went higher, and now they were able to hold the higher range here, actually break this previous area. Very good. See that you could predict somewhat what price will do in this area. They went higher. In the end, they actually did another pullback to the same areas, but they still made higher lows all the way. And in the end, they did a final breakout of the area here and went much higher. So this is quite usual price movement in a trending market up. Some retracements, but mostly just achieving levels, so going higher. See the same area we reacted to here was the area we bounced from, ended up breaking. So we can predict the areas price will react to. So it's quite interesting. This is a 1 hour. If you go down to lower time frames, so how price moved in maybe 3 minutes and stuff, you can see similar moves like this within these local areas. So lower time frames will achieve levels, making higher time frames achieve even bigger zones. And yeah, it's very interesting. If you zoom out, see over the time here, they made a high, they actually broke it. They lost the levels they held previously and came back and actually rejected the same area they directed to here. This is actually a very good trade setup I will come back to later. It's basically a failure and a retest. So this is a very nice setup to trade, and I will come back to this in the later videos. So within this area, you can most likely find price action like this, and even like all this range within the local, maybe even the 1 minute candles within here. You can find similar movement of achieving levels and losing levels and retests. So it's very nice, interesting. Now I'm on the 1 hour yesterday, and within this time frame, see that they're reacting to levels, previous levels. So it's very nice. We are seeing failures and achievements of levels, retests of previous support, and now new support. Yeah, very interesting. So it's important to know the trend on higher time frames, and lower time frames trend will interact with higher time frames trend, and big important levels on zones on higher time frames. We will see a reaction to them on lower time frames like this on 1 minute. So yeah, stay tuned and we'll look more at this later.